Welcome to our Task 4 video presentation. My name is Kate Wallen.
And I'm Sagar Patel.
Our issue is AI in the classroom. Will it be advantageous or adverse to student development?
Some questions we will answer in our debate will include: would AI increase student creativity? Does it increase the likelihood of cheating? How does it help students manage their time? And can we justify its use given the errors it can create?
Our topic is debated by two fictional characters who have two extreme opinions about using AI in a classroom. I will be taking on the role of Nellie, the negative pessimist who is against integrating AI into the classroom.
And I will be taking the role of Paul, the positive technology enthusiast who is for implementing AI into the classroom. Once the debate between our two extremely opinionated characters is completed, we will conclude by providing our own thoughts on the issue at hand. AI is the future. The human mind can store about 2.5 million gigabytes of digital memory, while the internet has around 120 trillion gigabytes of data. Imagine all the creative solutions we are missing out on with just our minds. Picture a group brainstorming session. Why limit ourselves to what we know when we can use AI to explore the unknown? An unknown that can be simplified for our comprehension in a few clicks. This can expand our horizons.
I've got two things to say about this one. First of all, AI is unable to create and innovate. I know OpenAI can generate new content based on existing data, but that's just it. It is only able to pull from what already exists. Now, how is that supposed to help students be creative? You just can't replace a human's ability to think outside of the box and produce something completely new. So if we want students to be creative and avoid suppressing the development of their personal expression, then we should avoid allowing AI to aid in student work. They would benefit more from a workshop or lesson on creative thinking skills before a project than allowing them to use AI.
Does the current school system allow for students to pursue their creative side? A study done by the University of South Australia found that students believe that AI could help them increase their creativity by prompting them to approach problems in a new way. More importantly, students found that the current setup in schools of structured assignments limited their ability to express their creativity. Imagine having AI complete all the administrative tasks, such as documentation, to increase the time available for creative activities like brainstorming. AI also provides a non-judgmental partner for brainstorming, which can prompt a free stream of ideas that students might normally withhold in a group setting.
Even if I was inclined to let students use AI, we would still run into the problem of unoriginality. Like I said before, AI pulls from already existing data, and according to Hanique Design, this can result in generic or unoriginal work that lacks differentiation from everything else already produced. And let's not forget time management. Students, being students, often procrastinate, right? They wait until the last minute to do their homework. Now ignore the fact that we can identify AI plagiarism for a second. How can we dangle something so tempting, like AI, in front of them in the classroom, something that can easily complete their homework with just a few strokes on the keyboard, and then trust them not to use it for just that? They know it will only take the AI seconds to find the answers they're looking for, or even write a paper for them if they asked. It's like dangling the ultimate reason to procrastinate in front of their faces.
But it can also provide them support on their homework. Why create such a bad rep for a powerful tool by immediately associating it with procrastination? Why not change the curriculum to accept these resources rather than sticking to your current hatred of them? AI can save students so much time. Imagine being stuck on a problem and wasting time scouring the internet for the right resource. Programs like ChatGPT and Google Gemini can provide them immediately. This is 24/7 as well. Humans need to sleep, but AI can be accessed whenever required.
Have you thought about how increased AI usage can lead to increased machine dependency and even human laziness? Students are already prone to laziness and have enough screen time as it is. Not to mention, I read an article that states relying on AI can cause us to use our brains less to memorize, strategize, and solve issues on our own. Paul, this could have negative effects on people today and even future generations. I even found another article on the National Library of Medicine's website that lists potential consequences of dependency on AI systems, including a decline in critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and creativity, a decline in an individual's own memory capacity, and reduced ability to concentrate for extended periods.
Here's an idea. Let's teach our students how they can use AI to help them manage their time. One way is through immediate feedback tools like Grammarly or Gradescope. Part of the learning process is knowing what you did wrong. So, why wait on teachers to grade hundreds of papers before knowing? Honestly, this seems like a way AI can also help educators. A win win, if you ask me. Also, in terms of bad habits, I am sure we had the same conversation when the internet became prevalent, and I'm sure we will have it again in the future. We have adapted before, and we will adapt again.
Well, what about cheating? We can't trust students to not use AI to give them an easy way out, especially in the younger grades. Kids are always looking for a quick fix, especially when they're presented with a challenge. It's not just the younger students, though. Did you know that in a recent study it was found that 25.1% of undergraduate students used unauthorized electronic resources for a paper, project, homework, or other assignments? Another study found that 60.8% of polled college students admitted to cheating. With how easy, accessible, and immediate open AI is, what's going to stop students from using it to finish their homework for them?
Some students will always look for a quick fix. I will give you that. But that does not mean OpenAI increases the problem. A study done by researchers at Stanford University found that 60 to 70% of the students in their studied high schools admitted to engaging in one cheating behavior in the past month. These numbers were consistent throughout the 2020-2024 timeframe, which covers the emergence of OpenAI like ChatGPT. While this study is limited, it provides an indicator that ChatGPT is not the X factor when it comes to increased cheating.
That still doesn't cover the fact that OpenAI is going to be used for cheating one way or another. Ignore the fact that percentage-wise, it's not causing an influx of cheating. We are still giving students a tool that can answer just about any question they ask, including homework questions.
Funny you keep referencing AI as a tool, but you don't treat it as such. Technology is here to stay. You cannot just jam a square peg into a circle hole. This is a chance for us to innovate our educational practices. If AI can automatically solve homework questions, why not include more in-person activities such as presentations? Increasing software use like ChatGPT can provide students with knowledge, but it cannot teach skills like public speaking. It's such an easy fix.
Okay, Paul, fine. Let's say students are able to avoid the temptation of using AI to cheat. AI is not without its faults, though. In fact, there was a study reported in the Washington Post that was conducted to test AI's accuracy in researching complex questions. The researchers' experiment asked Microsoft Bing Chat 47 tough questions, then graded its more than 700 citations. They found that 6 in 10 of Bing's citations were just fine, 3 in 10 were merely okay, and nearly 1 in 10 were inadequate or inaccurate. Personally, I would want students using accurate resources for their work. Plus, if students need to fact-check AI, wouldn't it have been easier for them to gather their own resources without AI in the first place?
Why not correct the curriculum to incorporate more activities that discuss this very issue? This is a perfect learning opportunity for students. Let's teach them about the limitations of resources rather than stamping them all with the general label, unreliable. We had the same conversation about Wikipedia, but just like AI such as ChatGPT, it can provide a great starting point to research. Also, remember, humans make errors as well, and AI can be used to correct those. For example, by having AI edit a written excerpt, a student may learn a thing or two about structure, tone, grammar, or even a new fact or perspective on the topic at hand. And before you bring up any concerns that AI can be biased, remember, humans can also be biased.
Yes, I can't deny the well-rounded education of students. But I think you just can't let AI go. See, you're already obsessed with it. Okay, wow. Those guys are passionate. Throughout the debate, Paul and Nellie both committed to only their point of view, ignoring any gray area between the two sides of the argument. It is common and useful to identify both positives and negatives and try to find some good middle ground between the two extremes. So with that in mind, let's talk about what Sagar and I think.
They are quite passionate, Kate. Nellie and Paul discussed the issue through 4 major topics: creativity, cheating, time management, and AI's errors and lack of references.
When implementing AI as a source to enhance creativity, a teacher should consider that if students heavily depend on AI, they might struggle to think creatively on their own. However, it is also important to remember that absolute dependency on AI is not the end-all be-all of AI's implementation. Teachers can incorporate AI into their instruction and assignments with the focus of it being used as a tool to help inspire or hone one's brainstorming.
Cheating is probably the largest concern of AI amongst educators. It is true that students can use programs like ChatGPT to complete their work fairly quickly, but teachers can mitigate this by implementing assignments that cannot be completed using AI. An example Paul mentioned was in-person presentations. While AI may be able to solve problems quickly, it cannot teach someone a soft skill like public speaking. It would also be useful to include assignments that incorporate the use of AI programs.
Similar to the creativity topic, AI can affect a student's time management in good and bad ways, depending on how they use it. Teachers can prevent AI from encouraging bad habits like laziness and procrastination by showing students how AI can help them better manage their time. For example, AI can form a priority task list to help students make the best use of their time.
Artificial intelligence can be wrong. AI programs rely on implemented data to provide outputs, therefore, there are risks of incorrect or misleading information. AI is a tool, and just like any tool, it can fail. Therefore, it is important to incorporate education around its proper uses. The ability to fact check information is crucial in teaching students proper researching and judgment skills. There is misinformation everywhere, regardless of AI. Therefore, it is important for students to be able to differentiate fact from fiction.
In conclusion, AI technology is not going anywhere. Various companies have started to incorporate AI into their daily practices, so why not provide students with opportunities to learn more about it? Furthermore, teachers can reduce the dependency on AI and enhance its use as a productive tool by teaching proper AI use. This can be done by presenting benefits and detriments to students, providing opportunities to use AI in assignments, and setting strong expectations and consequences for AI use.